Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Clappin here. So I was asked earlier to go into details about how I create my TikTok clips from my Twitch stream clips. So I'm going to walk you through that process right now. So if you can see over here to the left, we're going to be using DaVinci Resolve to make that. So we're going to go into right here, and the first step we're going to need to do is we're going to make a new project. The very first step, obviously, you're going to need to do, if you haven't already, is you're going to need to make that clip and download it onto your computer. So we're going to go over here to New Project right here. Click it. We can title this whatever you want. We're going to just title this one TikTok Tut for tutorial. And click Create. All right, and here we have our DaVinci Resolve. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to import that media into the program. We're going to import media. And we're just going to select that media in there. We're not going to change any settings to it. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Edit tab down here at the bottom, which is the third tab. Now, the first thing we need to do from here is go into our project settings. And we're going to need to get that into a TikTok format, which is the vertical format for holding your phone up and down. And to do that, we're just going to switch these settings. We're going to go from 1920 by 1080 to 1080 by 1920. Easy switch, nothing difficult here. And just hit save. And you'll see right here on the screen, once I drag this video down here under the timeline, you can see that we are now in a vertical format, just like your phone would be. All right, so we got our timeline down here. You got your video and then your audio. As you can see right here in the screen, we have our video there, and it is going horizontally across the phone, which is what we want. But you can also see that we have a bunch of black space at the top and the bottom. Now this video 1 is going to be your base video, and that is what is going to be behind the video. And we're going to use this to make contrast against the video that you're actually going to be watching. So the first thing we want to do is we want to fill in all this black space at the top and bottom. And to do that, we go to the Inspector tab right up here at the top right. And then we go down here to Zoom. Now, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to zoom in until you fill in all of this space. So we're going to just start zooming it in. And right there, we are zoomed in about 3.1. And like this, you can zoom this into whatever you want to. I'm just going to go ahead and round it off to 3.2. All right, so as you can see, it's a clear video. There's nothing really to separate it from the video that we're going to put on there. So the next step we want to do is we want to put a Gaussian blur on it. So you come over here to your Open Effects tab on the left side of the screen. You click it, and then you go into Gaussian Blur. We're just going to click, and we're going to drag it over to the video and drop. As you can see, that put a blur on this video. And since I didn't close the Inspector tab, we still have the tab here. We're going to go over to Open Effects. And here is our Gaussian Blur. These are linked, so it doesn't matter which one you grab. Just grab one and drag it. I'm going to take mine all the way over to 0.75 or close there to it. All right, so now you can see that it's got a nice blur to the background, but you can still kind of see what's going on. Go ahead and close that tab. All right, so there we have our background. That's good. It's going to be on the back. It's going to separate the image that you're going to see and give a little bit of depth to it. So the next thing we want to do is going over back to our file, and we're just going to grab that file and drag it back over onto the timeline on top of the video 1. All right. So now we have 2 videos and 2 audios. Now we don't need the second audio, so what we're going to do is if this is clicked, say I click on this video, if this one also highlights down here, you're going to want to click the chain here and to unlink those files. So we're just going to go down to the second video, right click and click delete selected. So we just have the 1 audio file. That's all we need. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to go back up here to video 2, which is the one we just brought over. As you can see, there's no background now. It's not a problem. First thing we're going to do is go to Inspector. So what we're going to do here is we're going to need to zoom that video in to get rid of the camera. So we're going to click the zoom and zoom in until the camera disappears. This is really as far as we need to zoom, and that'll give us the most video possible. So I'm going to go one more. 2.2 is where I'm going to stop. Alright, so 2.2 is where I'm at. As you can see, our camera is now cut off, but we still have the black at the top and the bottom, and we don't see the background. That's an easy fix. All we can do is slightly move that up or down, and the background appears. So the purpose of this video was for TikTok, and if you've been on TikTok much, you know that the bottom left of your phone, there is the text from the TikTok videos, which is the name of the video, any hashtags that may be included. So for that purpose, I like to have the main video up a little bit closer to the top, so that way the text and hashtags and stuff are not covering the video at the bottom. So with that, we're going to go over here to the position, and we are going to slide that up towards the top. So right there is good. We'll say 130. I like to have somewhat even numbers there. So that gives you a bunch of space down here at the bottom for your title and your hashtags. We can actually bring that down a little bit. Let's bring it down to 120. You can probably come down a little bit lower than that if you wanted to. Let's just go with 100. Alright, so now we have our main video, which is what people's going to be watching. You have your background video, which gives it a good separation and nice depth there. And so the only thing left here technically is your face camera. So to do that, we're going to need to drag a whole new video back down on top of the other one. And we're going to need to delete that second audio just like we did the first time. So click on that new file. As you can see, everything disappeared. No big deal. We're going to go down here to the Fusion tab and click on it. Alright, so here's our video 3 that we just drug in. So to get that circle, we're going to click on the ellipse tool here, and then we're going to drag it over to our face. Alright, so now we have our circle here. We're going to need to shrink that down. And I believe the size that I had was 1.42 or 0.14. And there we go. Now we can adjust that a little bit, however we need to. Alright, and from there, we're going to go back to the Edit tab. And we have our face down here. Alright, and from there, we're still going to be on the third video file here. We're going to click on this little button right here, and we're going to go to crop. We're going to get rid of all this blank space that we do not need, just to give us a little bit easier to deal with. Alright, shrink it down. Alright, so there we have our little face. Now, from here, you can move that to the top of the screen. You can move it to the bottom of the screen, wherever you want to do it. I'm actually going to go ahead and move it to the bottom. So you can go to Inspector, just like we've been doing with everything else. And we're going to move the position down. Down, down, down. This is going to change once I zoom it in, so it doesn't matter. We're just going to move far left. Now we're going to zoom in. Let's see how big 2.5 is. All right. I think that's going to be a little bit too big, so let's make that a little bit smaller. We'll go 2.2. Seems like a good number. We've been using it a lot. And then we're going to move that back to the middle. Now it's basically just a guessing game on the picture here. All right, we'll leave it right there at 880. All right, looks pretty good. We got it where we want it. So basically right there we're done. That's all you need to do. But I'm also going to go ahead and throw my logo in at the top. You can do this too if you have a logo. If not, you can put the video at the top, wherever you want to put it. So we're going to go into File. We're going to import a file. And this is going to be the logo. Alright, and that's going to come in. And then we're just going to drag that on top of the other video files. Just like we did with all the other files. We're just going to drag it on top. Get them to drop down there. Alright. Then we're just going to drag that all the way to the end of the video so it stays on there the whole time. Alright. And just like everything else, we're going to zoom in and out. We're going to shrink it to where we need it. We'll go with 0.15. Then let's move that up to the top. It's already in the center, so we don't have to mess with that. We'll leave it right where it's at. We're just going to scoot it up. Go with even 800. And then let's go down here to video 1 and click off it so we can see the whole thing. Alright, looks pretty good. We got the logo at the top. We got the camera at the bottom. We have your main video. And that right there is basically all you need. And you are done. So from here, easy peasy, we're going to go over here to the Deliver tab. Click on it. And then from here, you're going to go in and edit your file. And my computer is deciding to be slow. Alright, so here we are. You're going to put the file name in here you want to save it as. You're going to want to select where you save it at, just like you would any other file. What you need to do is go down here to Format and switch that over to MP4. You can leave everything else the way it is. If you know what you're doing there, you can adjust your audio and your file settings and all that stuff. Then you're just going to hit, let's just save it real quick. Alright, we'll just click save there. And then you can say this is whatever. We'll just do clip 1. Alright, and then you're going to add to render queue. It's over here. And literally the only step you have left is click start render. That's all you got left. And then it'll go through it. It'll take just a second to do it. Since this is only a minute clip, actually I think it's only a 32-second clip, it won't take that long at all to render it. And now longer clips obviously will take longer, and the more stuff you have on here will take a little bit longer as well. But I've already saved this render. I've already done this and saved it, so I don't need to save it again. But once you click start render, you just let it go and then you're done. You'll also need to, you can optionally upload this straight to TikTok from your PC if you'd like. I like to upload it onto Google Drive, and then I can download that onto my phone from Google Drive, and then I can upload that onto TikTok from my phone, because it gives you, feel like you get a little bit more options once you do it from your phone. But besides that, that's all you're done. You're done. You got your video up there. You got your picture, your logo, whatever you need. If you like this video, guys, appreciate you if you'd hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Feel free to head on over to my TikTok. It's the same exact as YouTube, tiktok.com/clappin, CLAP1N. Don't forget to follow me on there for lots more clips. Appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. I hope this helped you guys. I hope you have a great day. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.